Our goal at Street Outlaws Update is to highlight the tenacity, fervor, and unadulterated strength of the racers we adore. Occasionally, however, someone ventures so far beyond their comfort zone that the narrative almost writes itself. One of the most well-known figures in drag racing, Kye Kelley, recently ventured into a realm he had no knowledge of, the Freedom 500 at the notorious Freedom Factory, owned by Cletus McFarland. And it was deliciously chaotic, we must say. Chaos versus Kye Kelley. Imagine this then, you're Kye Kelley. You're accustomed to tearing across a meticulously prepared drag strip at speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour, slamming gears and leaving your rivals gasping for air. You've perfected the art of straight-line dominance, suspension setup, and nitrous tweaking. Now, though, on an oval circuit that is more demolition derby than motorsport, you and 30 other crazy people are racing in circles in a beat-up Crown Vic. Greetings from the Freedom 500, where survival is the only rule. Into the fire and out of his element. Kye was obviously out of his element right away. He subsequently said, "Man, I had no idea what I was doing, and it was evident. Camaros handle better than Crown Vics, they slide and bounce, and if you breathe incorrectly, you'll hit the wall." He attempted to inject some juice into the corner during practice, much as he would on a drag strip. A bad concept. Like it was on an ice rink, the automobile snapped sideways. This is when the plot really takes off, though. Mayhem on race day. When the green flag was dropped, chaos ensued. Legendary racers Greg Biffle and Brian Deegan, who have spent years perfecting the chaos of oval racing, were trading paint with Kye. The track became a battlefield in a matter of minutes. Kye's Crown Vic was severely damaged, bumpers were bent, and fenders were flying. He had to radio in that, "We ain't got no radiator, our hood's a little deformed, and we're missing a headlight," after getting entangled, having a pile-up, blowing out his radiator, and losing his headlight. It's just another Freedom 500 day. His automobile died in the middle of the track once. Sweat-soaked and utterly frustrated, Kye pushed the car along pit lane in the Florida heat without power steering or air conditioning. And yet, he kept going. From novice to survivor. On the 8th mile, this wasn't a fast sprint. This was a 100-lap survival course. More than an hour of slick elbows, sluggish driving, and snap judgments. Kye was so worn out that he was just resting his head on the seat and holding the nitrous button. You guys aren't racing. Warfare is that. Here's the problem, though. He didn't give up. In spite of everything, Kye finished in 12th position out of 30. A remarkable accomplishment, given that this was his first time racing in a circle. Half of the field was destroyed or collapsed. Kye, he participated in each lap. And a true racer have that kind of spirit. The significance of this race. Everything is taken away by the Freedom 500. No setups costing millions of dollars, no top-tier pit crews, no complex aerodynamics. Just perseverance, duct tape, and grit. One of the fiercest drag racers in the game, Kye Kelley, was humbled, made fun of, and gained the admiration of both racers and spectators. It was the most endearing experience of my life, he said. And when he was asked if he would repeat it, without hesitation he said, yes. That is the unique quality of this story. Kye didn't arrive posing as the oval racing king. He arrived with the intention of learning, competing, and earning his spot, all of which he accomplished. The Freedom 500's spirit. Let's pause to consider the true nature of the Freedom 500. This isn't an overly polished event sponsored by a corporation. It's classic grassroots American racing. Burnouts that smell like freedom and fried chicken, jets relaxing in the infield, people crammed into minivans, and Crown Vics soaring through the corners. Cletus McFarland is a master party planner, and he created something truly remarkable when he invited people like Kye Kelley. It brought together enthusiasts of several racing genres, drag, NASCAR, dirt, and street, in one spectacular jumble of pandemonium and rubber. What does Kye's future hold? Imagine this now. Kye returns the following year having gained some seat time. He might train with Biffle or Deegan. Perhaps he brings a real oval-chipped Crown Vic that is dialed in. Imagine him racing for the podium, fighting for the victory, rather than merely surviving. We'd pay a lot of money to watch that, but we don't know about you. The reasons we adore it, stories like this, are what we at Street Outlaws Talks adore. Not because someone prevailed, but rather because they persisted. Despite being thrown into the deep end, Kye Kelley continued to drive. His Crown Vic appeared as though it had been blended, but it was done.